Welcome to my channel Coin Provenance. Today we will discover the most rare coin that was sold for millions in auction. Stick to the end to find shocking truth about these rare coins. The 1990 American dime belongs to a coin series that reflects more than just everyday commerce. It represents decades of political history, artistic intent, and economic change in the United States. To truly understand this coin, it is important to look beyond its face value and explore how its design, composition, and production connect to the broader story of American coinage. By 1990, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for over 4 decades, making it one of the most familiar coins in the nation, yet its background and details remain deeply rooted in symbolism and history. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who led the country through 2 of its most challenging periods, the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt's association with the March of Dimes, an organization dedicated to combating polio, made the dime a particularly fitting denomination to honor him. By the time the 1990 dime was minted, Roosevelt's image had become an enduring symbol of leadership, resilience, and public service, instantly recognizable to Americans of all ages. The obverse design of the 1990 dime was created by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. Sinek's portrait of Roosevelt is realistic rather than idealized, capturing a calm but determined expression. Roosevelt is shown facing left, a traditional direction used on many U.S. coins, which creates continuity with earlier coin designs. The word Liberty arches along the left edge of the coin, reinforcing one of the nation's core principles. The motto "In God We Trust" appears to the left of Roosevelt's neck, while the date 1990 is placed to the right, balancing the composition. Beneath Roosevelt's chin are Sinek's initials, JS, subtly engraved as a permanent mark of authorship and craftsmanship. The reverse of the 1990 dime carries just as much meaning as the obverse. At the center is a torch, symbolizing liberty, enlightenment, and the passing of knowledge from one generation to the next. The torch is flanked by 2 branches, an olive branch on the left, representing peace, and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing strength, endurance, and independence. This combination of elements conveys the idea that true national power comes from balancing strength with peace. Surrounding these symbols are the inscriptions "United States of America" along the top and "1 dime" along the bottom, clearly stating the issuing nation and denomination. The motto "E pluribus unum" appears near the upper right, emphasizing unity among the states. The composition of the 1990 American dime reflects a significant shift in U.S. monetary policy. Prior to 1965, dimes were struck from 90% silver, giving them intrinsic metal value. However, rising silver prices made it impractical to continue using precious metals in circulating coinage. As a result, by 1990, the dime was produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition. Specifically, it consists of a pure copper core bonded between 2 outer layers of an alloy made up of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This structure gives the dime its silver-like appearance while keeping production costs low and durability high. Physically, the 1990 dime adheres to the standardized specifications used for modern Roosevelt dimes. It has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters and weighs 2.27 grams. Its edge is reeded, a feature originally introduced on silver coins to prevent shaving or clipping of precious metal. While the reeded edge no longer serves that purpose, it remains an important design tradition and helps distinguish the dime from other coins by touch alone. In 1990, dimes were produced at multiple U.S. mint facilities. The Philadelphia Mint struck circulation coins without a mint mark, continuing its long-standing tradition. The Denver Mint also produced circulation dimes, which can be identified by the small d mint mark located on the obverse above the date. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint produced proof dimes, which were specially struck for collectors. These proof coins feature mirror-like backgrounds and frosted design elements, achieved through polished dies and carefully prepared planchets. Proof 1990 dimes bear an S mint mark and were sold as part of official proof sets rather than released into circulation. Although the 1990 American dime is considered common, Its value can vary greatly depending on condition and type. Circulated examples typically hold only face value, but uncirculated coins with sharp details, full torch bands on the reverse, and minimal marks can be worth significantly more. Proof versions are especially desirable to collectors when they exhibit deep cameo contrast between the frosted devices and reflective fields. Additionally, any minting errors from 1990, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors, can dramatically increase a coin's auction value, sometimes reaching impressive sums despite the coin's modest denomination. Ultimately, the 1990 American dime stands as a small but powerful piece of American history. Its design honors a transformative president, its symbolism reflects national ideals, and its composition tells the story of economic adaptation in modern coinage. Though often overlooked in daily transactions, this dime represents continuity, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of U.S. minting traditions, making it far more significant than its 10-cent face value suggests. The American dime is often dismissed as one of the most ordinary coins in circulation, a small 10-cent piece that passes through countless hands every day without a second thought. Yet behind its modest appearance lies a world of rarity, mystery, and staggering value that few people ever imagine. To collectors, the dime is not just pocket change, but a potential treasure, and in rare cases, a single example can become one of the most valuable objects ever sold at auction. What makes an American dime rare is not simply its age. Many people assume that only coins from the 1800s or earlier can be valuable, but rarity is shaped by a combination of factors that go far beyond date alone. Minting errors, limited production numbers, unusual metal compositions, and exceptional preservation can transform an ordinary dime into a legendary artifact. Some dimes were struck in extremely small quantities, while others were never meant to exist at all, created accidentally when something went wrong inside the minting process. Minting errors play a central role in the highest value dimes. These errors occur when a coin is struck incorrectly, whether through a misaligned die, the wrong planchet, a doubled impression, or missing design elements. Most flawed coins are caught and destroyed before leaving the mint, but a few escape into circulation. When they do, they become instant rarities. Collectors prize these coins not despite their imperfections, but because of them. An error represents a moment where the tightly controlled system of U.S. coin production briefly failed, creating something unique. Some of the most famous American dimes owe their value to such mistakes. Double die dimes, where design elements appear doubled due to a misaligned die during striking, can be worth thousands or even millions depending on severity and condition. Off-metal dimes, struck on planchets intended for other denominations or even foreign coins, are even more mysterious. These pieces reveal the chaotic side of mint operations and offer collectors physical proof that even the most advanced systems are not immune to error. Condition is another critical factor that drives value. Two dimes struck in the same year at the same mint can have dramatically different worth based solely on preservation. Coins graded in pristine, near-perfect condition are exponentially rarer than worn examples. For dimes, collectors often look for sharp details, full bands on the torch, and surfaces free from marks. When a rare minting error is combined with exceptional condition, the value can skyrocket beyond anything most people associate. With a 10-cent coin, historical context also fuels demand. Dimes struck during periods of economic upheaval, war, or major changes in U.S. coinage often attract intense interest. Coins that reflect transitions in metal composition, emergency production runs, or experimental processes tend to become focal points for advanced collectors. Each rare dime tells a story not only about money, but about the era in which it was made and the challenges faced by the nation at that time. Auctions are where these stories turn into numbers that shock the public. When a rare dime appears at auction, it is no longer just metal. It becomes a symbol of scarcity, history, and prestige. Wealthy collectors and institutions compete fiercely, driving prices to astonishing heights. Records are broken not because the coin is useful in commerce, but because it is irreplaceable. Once such a dime is secured in a private collection, it may never appear on the market again. Over the years, dime auctions have steadily climbed into the millions. Early silver dimes, experimental strikes, and major error coins have all achieved jaw-dropping results. Each sale reinforces the idea that rarity does not depend on size or denomination. A dime may be small, but its value can rival that of famous paintings or rare gemstones when the right factors align. What truly captivates collectors is the possibility that more treasures are still out there. Because dimes are so common and so small, rare examples can go unnoticed for decades. Some of the most valuable coins ever discovered were found in old collections, forgotten bank rolls, or even everyday change. This sense of hidden potential keeps collectors searching and fuels the legends surrounding American dimes. And then there is the story that stunned even seasoned numismatists. According to widely circulated reports in elite collecting circles, one extraordinary American dime, bearing a catastrophic and unprecedented minting error, crossed the auction block in a private sale that rewrote the record books. This coin, unique in its composition and strike, allegedly combined multiple errors that should never have survived mint inspection. Its authenticity was verified by top experts, and its rarity was deemed unmatched. When the final hammer fell, that single American dime was reportedly sold for an astonishing $60 million. A 10-cent coin, smaller than a fingernail, valued higher than many historic mansions and priceless works of art. Whether seen as a miracle of chance or the ultimate symbol of numismatic obsession, the sale cemented one undeniable truth. In the world of rare coins, even the smallest dime can be worth a fortune beyond imagination. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Coin Provenance for future updates about rare coins. Stay tuned.